Shalom, shalom. I want to first off, I give it all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there who labor in this word with truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few aquas who listen in obedience and silence. To you, I say shalom as well. Just to Wabai and Hawada. Just a quick lesson. Really just a prelude. This is just a video of a prelude of what's to come, because out of everybody in Jacob's trouble, who's really going to have the most issues are women. And plenty brothers, starting with the apostles on down, have been saying that now is the time for women and men to start getting in line. But more so you women, because you women are going to need protection out here. A man isn't really necessarily going to need protection. He's going to need to learn how to defend himself and be ready to defend himself at all times. But that's what the man is there for, to be ready, in that time. But for you women, you don't have the strength to, take on 2 or 3 people at one time, or, to even take on one man by yourself at one time. So a lot of you women, society has puffed y'all up into thinking that you guys can be independent, or, you can compete with a man, basically. You don't really feel you need protection. A lot of you women, now y'all take mixed martial arts, or some form of self-defense classes. But in that time, there's going to be the Lord's wrath upon people. So you're dealing with a totally different ball game. This is a totally different mindset. This is judgment being acted out. So 9 times out of 10, if you're a woman and you're being approached by a man in Jacob's trouble, that's not usually a good thing, especially the condition that people are going to be in. It's going to be a lack of resources, a lack of food, a lack of trust, everybody's moral ethics will be, pretty much gone. No one will have no type of common courtesy. So women have, in that day, you're gonna have a huge obstacle, which is to really just stay alive. You're gonna have to try and overcome not dying in Jacob's trouble, whether it be, through ravishing, or the R word, or just simply just being taken out by the Lord, for your disobedience, for all the just ass backwards commotion that's been caused by women, being pushed through Esau society. So I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna show you the video, and I'm gonna just bring a couple scripture out just to show that the Lord is not playing with you women. He's not gonna keep giving you this grace period to turn back to the men of the Lord, or turn back into your natural ways. That window of time is closing. So this video is just to show, once that window of time is closed, this is all you have to look forward to. And then here it is, as you can see, it's a woman in the video, and it's a woman in the video listening to another. I'm not even gonna give it away, but it's clear to see that another woman is not going to be able to help you in that day. You're gonna need a man of the Lord specifically. So without a man of the Lord, you're really not gonna make it that far in Jacob's trouble. And I hate to say it like that, but it's just what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. That's just what it is. You women are not gonna make it far without an elect man of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. But I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna play the video, and I'm gonna bring those scriptures out. So as you can see, this woman is being abducted in front of this lady's house, or in front of this in this neighborhood, and no one came out. No one came out to help her. And this is what I mean by people's moral ethics and codes will be diminished. It will be nothing because no one's going to try and save you. No, there's not going to be any. I mean, there will be some Captain Savers, but as far as the elect men, we're those who have integrity and who can think straight in that day are going to understand that you can't just go trying to save every woman. You can't go trying to save, you know, it's just it's stipulations and boundaries that's going to have to be set in that day as far as what men should do. And trying to save every woman is not conducive to you. So men are going to be picky in who they want to deal with. So a lot of women are going to find themselves in situations like this. Now, I'll replay it, just so you get the full grasp of people are not going to care. It's going to be just pure chaos and anarchy. And you see her, she's just standing there. She's not, trying to, flag somebody to call 911 or, tell anybody. She's just out there looking. And this is what you're going to get in that day. You're just going to get a lot of onlooking, a lot of gazing and, spectating. No one's going to be there to help you women like that. I'm sorry to say. But the Lord, He has it lined up to where you women you're gonna feel the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So it's Isaiah 3. I'll start at 14. Yahweh will enter, or Salakia, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people and the princes thereof, for you have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. I'm going to skip down to 16. Moreover, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Yeah, you look at the average, Israelite woman today, that's all you see. Head, to the sky, want to look down on you, constantly overdressed, scandalously dressed, constantly showing off they goods, thinking they too good for anybody, and then using their sexuality to entrap men, multiple men, into doing their bidding or, whatever they can get out of them. Continuing on, therefore, Yahweh Shai will smite with the scab of the crown and the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. Yeah, because once everything gets shut down, you don't have no more beauty supplies and beauty salons and weed to buy and, hair installations and all this shit and what's the shit y'all be putting on? Lace front. Y'all ain't gonna have all that. Y'all gonna have y'all natural hair because everything is gonna be shut down. Y'all ain't gonna have hair products. Y'all ain't gonna have, mousse and gels and whatever. Y'all not gonna have all this shit to comfort y'all on that day. When your period comes, you ain't gonna have pads and tampons. You're not gonna have the menstrual tools that you need to keep yourself tidied up and clean. No, you women are gonna stink. Y'all gonna smell bad. Y'all gonna look bad. Y'all gonna be toe up. And we gonna see y'all for who y'all truly are. And you gonna make it's just The Lord is going to break you down to the bare minimum of who you are, down to the nitty gritty, basically. In that day, Yahushua will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornament about their feet, your heels, all your Louis Vuitton heels and Prada heels and Dolce and Gabbana, all that shit is gone. In their calls and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the leg, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, all your little makeup products and all your little makeup brushes, all that shit is finna get destroyed. The Lord finna take all that shit. He's finna break all that shit away from y'all. And ultimately, it's gonna take away y'all self confidence that y'all have within those things. You're down to just you. You have to just look at you at that point. There's no more things to cover up, you know, if you are a wicked ass woman in that day, there's not gonna be any makeup to cover up your wickedness. Or these women who look like shit and then they put on makeup and they end up being they turn into an Instagram model. You're not gonna be able to trick men into having sex with you or whatever. You're gonna be you, down to the bare minimum. No more, changeable. None of this Sheen, none of this Fashion Nova, all of this shit, all them changeable suits of apparel, all that shit is done. The glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils, it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be a stink, and instead of a girdle of rent, and instead of a well set hair baldness, and instead of a stomacher a girding of sackcloth, and a burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. It's all the men that y'all think y'all with now, all these pookies and nuts and all these fucking 2/3 niggas that you Jake women love, these gang banging ass niggas, they gonna die. The Lord gonna kill these niggas through war and famine and pestilence, through plague. He gonna take these men out to where you have slim pickings. It's only gonna be the men of the Lord or righteous men who you're gonna have a hard time getting because they have moral ethics and codes and standards and boundaries now. So you can't use none of this bullshit that Esau has taught y'all and manipulated y'all into, exuding out amongst Israel. It's not gonna work no more. This is my last one. I'm going to bring in a different translation of it. This is Luke 21 and 23. This is what Yahushua says. But woe, and woe goes into abadim, which means destruction, but destruction unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And this people is being us Israelites, because first judgment starts at the house of Israel, and then the whole world is caught up in it. But judgment starts with us first, and it begins, with the man and the woman, as well as the children. But you women need to understand that if you're an Israelite, the judgment is coming to us first. So everything is going to be pointed to us at first. Just the whole world is going to reap the cause of it, because the Lord is only dealing with us. Going back to Amos, you only have I known. You, out of all the families of the earth, have I known. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquity. Roughly paraphrasing. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, and until the times of the Gentiles fulfilled. But 23 was the main point. I'm going to bring out, let's start with the Good News Translation. How terrible will it be in those days? How terrible will it be in those days for women who are pregnant and for mothers with little babies? Terrible distress will come upon this land, and God's punishment will fall on this people. And this people, again, is us Israelites, starting off with the Israelite man and the Israelite woman, on down to the Israelite child. Once Yahweh and Yahushai begin to enact judgment on us and then on Babylon, you women will understand and see that you had time to get right, and now still the time to get right. But you need to cleave unto a man of the Lord, an elect man, a man who has the proper understanding, the right doctrine, who comes under the right name, Yahweh and Yahushai. If you can't grasp that and understand that now, then it's going to be a whole lot harder for you in that day. But I just want to bring that out. Lord willing, it was edifying. Lord willing, it helped. Once again, I want to say, Call Halayim La, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone again. Shalom.